Hey there, how are you? Oh no, I messed up. How you doing? Welcome. We're gonna do a little decoupage tonight on the inside of a 9x9 box frame. Hopefully this is gonna turn out awesome. I pray, okay? I just came up with this today, so with the plan for this project today. I've been wanting to do something similar to this with these pieces for a little while, but the actual specifics I just came up with, so bear with me, please. Oh God. And I'm trying my best not to get this on the edges. Alright, so I'm using regular Mod Podge, I use matte. Okay, you can use the gloss or whatever, okay? We're gonna dry it, and it's gonna be underneath, so it's not gonna matter whether it's glossy or matte or whatever. But you do wanna make sure that every bit of the surface that you're going to be decoupaging a napkin onto is covered in Mod Podge in a very thin layer, okay? You do not want to do a thick layer. Hi Jan, welcome. Hey Elizabeth. How are y'all? Thanks for watching. So, anyway, I'm just trying to make sure, and it's kind of difficult to see on a white surface, that I've gotten everything. And I've got like some, y'all, this Mod Podge that I'm using is probably a year old, so it has some weird stuff going on in it. It still works great, but it is not perfect. Okay, I think I'm good though. So, hi Laura, welcome. So I'm gonna dry this really well, okay? I wanna make sure that it's all the way dry before I put my napkin on it. Hi Tammy, welcome. How are ya? So thank you all for attending my live sale this past week. That turned out awesome. I really like that format. I think I'm going to start doing that more regularly, doing a different size each night so that it's not so overwhelming because it's a ton of stuff. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So I think that helped me and everyone else. And that way you can see everything and like really get a better idea of what you're looking at and not spend hours. Yeah, no problem at all, Lori. I try to mail stuff out like as soon as possible. So usually it's pretty much immediate unless if something happens or if you have a bunch of cutouts. Sometimes cutouts do take me a little while because I do have to work during the week. And so I can't cut while I'm on meetings, and that's my whole work week is just meetings all day, pretty much all day, every day, most days. And so I have to do it either like in between meetings, the hole punch. Okay, Laura. I can get you one of those. I think looking to see if I have one. I know I have one of them. I can send you an invoice and add it to your package because it hasn't mailed yet. I did package it up, but it didn't mail, so I'll do that. All right, so now we're gonna try this, okay? I can't guarantee results. All right, but I am going to, instead of using like a file on this to knock off the edges, we're going to use a little cutter dilly. I don't know what to call it. Hi Autumn. Hey Cassandra, welcome. Alright, so I'm using my mini heat press, okay? This is a Cricut one, but you don't have to have a Cricut one, okay? I think an iron will actually do the trick here. I don't know what setting that you would use, but I like this little guy. It was only like $45 at Hoblob. And I know they go on sale all the time, but like you can find different brands that are not Cricut on sale on Amazon for cheaper than $45. If you are looking to get one on a budget, you can absolutely do it, okay? Now, I had that paper down, so it's a little difficult to see where I did and didn't get this thing glued down all the way. But I'm using this like polka dot, okay, as a background. Now, I'm going to use my little cutter and just go along my edge and try not to oops. Be a little more gentle cutting it is what I need to be doing. Okay. Alright, so you can absolutely use like tissue paper, napkins. I find napkins everywhere. I'm always looking at the grocery store, like in the party section. Yeah, and the iron-on method, you don't end up getting a bunch of wrinkles, so it works about 1,000,000 times better than regular decoupage where it's wet, okay? Y'all, this is a game changer if you've done decoupage. Now, some projects, it might look good. You might want it to be a little bit, you might want it to be a little bit wrinkly on some things, you know, if you want an older look or something like that. Okay, but I definitely prefer this. Now, I wasn't expecting to tear this napkin up, but I have a solution in mind for it, so I just need to get this thing pulled off of here, and that's okay. Okay, it's not completely perfect around the edge, but that's all right. We're gonna fix that up real quick. Okay, so there's my box frame. This is a 9x9 box frame, by the way. Hi, Sharon, welcome. So I have this that I got from Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby a while back, and I'm thinking, and what I'm thinking is gonna work, I think, really nicely. So I have my glue gun here. Let me just see. That thing's dead, so probably need to not use a dead battery because it's not going to last long. So I'm going to let that heat up. And while that's heating, okay, we can move on to other things. All right. Now, this is hi Diane, welcome. You can comment reindeer, by the way, to get the supplies to make this, okay? Get the supply list. Okay, so this is antiquing wax. This one is dark antique, okay? I bought this off of Amazon from this company called Chalk Mountain Furniture Paint, and I love it. So as this one sits, it gets kind of like a gross top on it, but I just used it the other day. So what I want to do is I'm going to like use a lot of this on here, okay? Now, I haven't found a better way to put this on here, although I'm just now thinking about it. You know, one of our wax applicators would be great to spread this antiquing wax, because it is wax, okay? And I would just only use that wax applicator for this stuff. But anyways, so the kit that I got with this antiquing wax came with like a bunch of different colors, and it also came with a clear. Hey Anita, welcome. Hi Stephanie. It came with a clear and a white. So like if you overdo it, you could always come back. But I wanted to come in kind of dark here, okay? I didn't want it to be like blacked out or anything, but I want the whole thing to be dark-ish. Okay, now this stuff does dry and like it sets, but it is wax, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now most of the time I do this after I put down paste, and I'm doing it first because I want it in the background, okay? And I just use the same, I've been using the same one, I just throw it over there. Also, hopefully my video is not all pixelated for y'all. I don't know what's going on with my internet, but it is horrible. So I'm going to just make sure that this is dry. It doesn't really, it like cures. So I don't know that it's actually going to dry, but we're going to find out, okay? I don't really have a residue or anything coming up. Alright, so we're going to use Christmas Express. So this is one of the 6 transfers from the Christmas Express transfer, okay? So I cut them all up, and I think I maybe have used one of them, maybe not. I think I made kits with them a while back, so that's why mine is already pre-cut. But there's 6 different designs for this transfer, okay? And you can obviously do what you want with any of them. But I really like this one, and for this design, I thought this would be perfect. So I am fuzzing it first, okay? And then I'm going to put that right on here. Now, this is one of our simple shapes. And I love these because they fit perfect with these size transfers. Now, I'm having trouble having this transfer stick now that I put that wax down, which is a problem. So I might actually, let me see if I need to, I might need to do this first and then go back with the wax. So don't do the wax first, okay? Hi Donna, welcome. Pro tip, but I just flipped it over and no one will ever know except for me, you, and everybody else that ever watches this video, okay? Alright, so I'm just going to use candy apple. We're not going to use multiple colors or anything crazy, okay? There's a lot going on this transfer, and you could definitely do it with multiple colors, but I think that might be kind of difficult to do. I was wanting, there's a shiplap background on here, and I was kind of wanting it to be black, but the closer I looked at it, I was like, oh no. It's not happening, okay? Because it goes through the words, and it's not going to happen for me, so that's alright. We'll survive it. Alright, so that's that. And I'm literally just using candy apple, okay? Nothing else. Now, you could do anything that you want. You could do multiple colors if you want. You could do, like a hot mess. Whatever you like, okay? So there's that. Now, I want to dry it, and I still want to use that wax. So we're going to go over it with the wax and make it look a little bit aged. Okay? Now, you can comment reindeer to get all the stuff to make this, alright? So do that. And you'll also get a link to my VIP. If you didn't check out my live sales this past week, y'all, go do that. I have a ton of retired transfers. I have a lot of Christmas stuff, holiday stuff, Halloween and fall. And I'm trying to get rid of it before I move. So help me out. And it's all on a discount. That's why I did it in my VIP group. So, whenever you comment the keyword, you will get the link to my VIP in that same link. Alright, so, hey Michelle, how are you? I'm trying to make sure this is completely dry before I start doing anything to it. A little concerned that R does not feel like it's dry. Hi Jessie, hi Yvonne, how are you? Thank you, Lori, I really appreciate you. Absolutely you did. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Seriously. I'm telling you, Chris is also thankful because it's less stuff that he's going to have to rearrange once we get into our house. Okay, so this is working out okay. And it's actually going over the red too and kind of aging it a little bit too, so I'm not mad about it. Just keep that in mind. This stuff is wax, so the whole point of using wax, like our surface wax, is to keep the transfer from sticking. So with the amount that I used, I'm not surprised that it didn't stick. And the paste probably wouldn't have stuck either, to be honest. So do it before. And then add your wax. And then I'm liking what it's doing to the candy apple too. It's kind of darkening it up a little bit. So that's kind of neat. All right. Okay, that looks fantastic. I'm really super pleased with this. All right, there's that. All right, now I'm gonna let that simmer for just a minute, and then I have my glue gun. It's hot and ready. Now, what I'm thinking is I want to go all the way around this and put this rope in here to help hide the torn napkin on the edges, and I think that's going to work perfect. So I'm just going to begin at the beginning and use just a little line of glue and kind of spread it. And I'm starting in the middle too, so that whenever I go to try to cover this up, I can either make a bow, or I have some Christmas floral that I'm planning on using here that I can use to cover it, okay? To cover that seam. Hi Brownie, how are you? Yes, actually I did a live with the cardinal. Yeah, I used candy apple, and I think I used shimmer shadow, but you could use black velvet too. And I am pretty sure that I used what's it called? Bumblebee for the beak. And you know, I don't know if you've seen it or noticed it, but the face on that cardinal is layered. And so you're going to want to do the entire cardinal body first, I believe. And then come back with the face. And then I think come back with the beak even. So, that's a super neat transfer, y'all. I've seen people do blue jays too with that one, and they turned out awesome. So it's not just cardinals for that transfer. And I love birds. My parents taught me to love birds. Hi Pam, how are you? Welcome, my darling. Okay. So, yeah, I'm into all different kinds of birds. And so if you want to do a cardinal, obviously that's a wonderful bird to do. But you could also do other birds too, and just change up the colors, and there you go. Okay. All right, so I'm trying to use as little glue as possible so that I'm not making a big mess with hot glue, okay? Because it does squeeze out if you go too wild with it, okay? Oh, it's in the little thing. I pretty much don't have any fingerprints anymore these days. So, although I have burned myself so bad, repeatedly, like I had the worst little spot on my middle finger a couple weeks ago, y'all. It was the worst blister. And of course, you know, then I type all day for a living, so then I have to deal with that all day, trying to type with it and having my finger be completely destroyed. Okay, so I kind of added that little rope on there to help fix that up. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, so I also found these that I had stuffed away in my room, okay? So these are the flat bottom, whatchamacallits, beads, so that I could put them on here and not have to try and guess how they're gonna sit, okay? To make these prop up a little bit, or to make this have a little bit of, I'm really loving this. I know I've done it 3 times. This is the 3rd time that I've done it now, but I'm loving it. So, you know, get used to it, I guess, because it does add a lot of volume to my projects, and I'm digging it. Okay, so I just added those right on the back, okay? I glued them, and then I'm just gonna stick some glue right on the little feet to give myself a little bit of a lift, and it just adds a little bit of depth, okay? And I'm digging that so much. Now I have these little picks, y'all. I got these on Amazon, and I was thinking I wasn't even gonna need a bow for this project, and I think I'm right. That one I can see the little thing. I love cardinals too, and my parents and my grandparents both always had a real love for birds and any kind of bird watching and stuff like that. I'm trying to find the best way to put these here where it's going to be the best angle for these, and I think that's probably going to do it. Just like that. So, I did find that my glue was so hot that it melted this little greenery the last time I used these. So, I'm trying to be careful and not get it on the greenery so it doesn't just melt it. Yeah, I really love cardinals a lot too. Thank you. I'm glad you like this. Thank you so much. All right. All right, and then that also will help hide my little seam on the top up there. So check this out. Look how fun that is and how cute it is. Y'all, literally just a few minutes to get here, okay? With the decoupage on the background, I'm loving those polka dots so much. And then covering up the edges with the rope really did something too. And gives you that little kind of rustic feel also, okay? So those little beads with the flat backs, or even just regular beads, work awesome to give you a little bit of a lift. And then these cute, cute little picks from Amazon are life. I'm telling you, I'm loving finding craft supplies on Amazon, y'all. So anyway, you can comment reindeer to get all the stuff to make this. Okay, you provide your own napkin and your own picks and your own rope, but all the other supplies are there for you. And I love you all. Thank you so much. Comment reindeer to get the link, not only to get this project, but also for my VIP. If you want to go check out my live sale from this past week, you can absolutely do that, okay? All right, y'all. Have a wonderful evening. I will see you tomorrow. I hope you all have a great Monday tomorrow, and we'll talk soon, okay? See ya.